Have a great day. You guys enjoy your summer.
Thank you, Mr. Apodaca. So, as I said, welcome to the 2018 6th grade promotion. According to Dr. Stephen Covey, every human has 4 endowments: self-awareness, conscience, independent will, and creative imagination. These give us the ultimate human freedom, the power to choose, to respond, to change. Let's ask ourselves some essential questions associated with each of these 4 endowments. Starting off with self-awareness. Question is, who am I? Conscious. How do I affect others, positively or negatively? Independent will. Am I making my own choices? And last, creative imagination. Can I think differently, or am I just a follower? As I review some of our major accomplishments for the year, I want you to think about Dr. Covey's 4 human endowments, and we're going to come back to them in just a moment. This year was an amazing year with many accomplishments here at Wittmann. For the 3rd year in a row, our Math Olympiad team ranked as one of the top teams in the nation, with 8 of our students ranked in the top 2%. Our team also won a silver medal at the Laco Math Field Day, competing against the best math students from 31 other school districts. Our track team won 2nd place at the ABC track meet. Thank you, Mr. William. Right over there. Thank you, Mr. William. And Mr. Elvin, for all your efforts. We had almost 70 students participate in our annual musical, On the Shoulders of Giants. It was a wonderful event, and I want to thank Miss Mary for being such a great director, producer. Thank you, or thanks to our computer teacher, we had our first drone team. Our students were able to circumnavigate and fly drones around our school. Thank you, Ms. Sybil, for helping our students explore their computer skills. Our Reading Olympics placed 2nd in ABC and surpassed their reading total from last year, and that was all with the help of Ms. Pangolin and Ms. Jade. Thank you. We are very lucky to have 6th grade teachers who every year help organize our 6th grade camp, give up 3 days of their lives to spend hanging out with you guys, and who also coordinate our yearbook. Thank you, 6th grade teachers, for helping. All of these amazing opportunities for our students would not have been possible without the generous support of our Education Foundation and Board of Directors. Thank you for investing your time and effort towards making our school one of the best in California. Speaking of being one of the best schools in California, our school again was selected this year and is recognized by the Campaign for Business and Educational Excellence as a Scholars School. We could not have done it without the help and support of our parents, students, and staff. To our teachers, Ms. Pilger, Mr. Chang, Ms. Saunders, and Ms. Coleman, you've done an incredible job leading our students down the path of enlightenment. Our students came to you in August, and I can say without a doubt they are leaving us as well-rounded individuals who are prepared for what awaits them in middle school. Thank you for being wonderful educators, and and all the work that you have done with our students this year. Thank you. Students, I'd like to give you some advice before leaving our happy nest that is Wittmann. As you promote today and begin your journey into middle school, you will have many people, classmates, friends, family members, and even teachers who will want to categorize you and tell you who you are. You will have individuals who will ask you to follow or choose their path, not your own. Some will do this because they believe they know the right way to go. Others will do this to lead you down the wrong path on purpose. Which path you take is entirely up to you. You are an individual and should always have confidence in yourself and not be defined or limited by anyone. If you work hard, have an open mind, and don't allow others to define you, you are on your pathway to success. I want to go back to Dr. Covey's 4 human endowments again. Self-awareness. You need to know that you are a very special person and aware of who you are. Conscience. Act in the best interest of others, even when your choices are not popular. Independent will. You are making your own choices without another person telling you what to do. Creative imagination. Because you are special, you create and do whatever you want. There are no limitations. Again, these 4 things give us the ultimate human freedom. The power to choose, to respond, and to change. To parents, please remember that your children are going to make mistakes. Some big, some small. Also remember that each mistake is a learning opportunity and a great time to teach responsibility. We in education refer to those mistakes as natural consequences. After your child experiences a natural consequence, that is the time where they need you the most. They need to not only learn from their mistakes, but to also learn how to cope with their failure or loss in a constructive manner. Your child will test, push, and cross boundaries now more than ever. They will even ignore you at times. If I could give you any advice, it would be to make sure that you have an open dialogue with your child. And as much as they try to make the relationship difficult or untenable, you need to keep your door open and the dialogue going, regardless of whatever they're doing or feeling. In other words, when they're being difficult, you gotta love them even more. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Saunders to the stage to present her Wittmann Award. Thank you.
Each year, the most coveted award that we hand out at our school is the Wittmann Warrior Award. At the end of every school year, each of our teachers selects 1 or 2 students who are deserving of this very special award. The Wittmann Warrior Award, of course, relates to our school's mascot. The Wittmann Warrior that you see in our school's logo is a medieval knight. The most important piece of equipment for a medieval knight was his shield. It is what most often would save his life. In feudal times of these knights, they defended their kingdoms on horses with swords and their all-important shields. And on those shields, they painted symbols that represented what was important to the people within their particular kingdom. They called these painted symbols their coat of arms. If Wittmann had a coat of arms, it would include symbols for excellence in academics, the arts, peace building, and character. It is what we teach, and it is what we value most at Wittmann. Those honored with the Wittmann Warrior Award are those students who consistently displayed the attributes that we consider most important at our school. They are truly Wittmann warriors who consistently held the Wittmann shield high and conducted themselves according to the symbols painted on that shield. That being said, we now give you our Wittmann Warriors for 2018. For my class, I am honored to recognize Joshua Lopez. like to now introduce Mrs. Coleman's sixth grade speaker, Kevin David.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be standing before you all today, celebrating the end of the beginning. I'd like to congratulate all my fellow graduates and thank our principal, Mr. Marco, and all the teachers who helped us to travel where we are today. I also want to thank all the parents for their support, who have been instrumental in guiding our vessels through the first part of our journey. Without you, we would not be moving on to 7th grade. As I look back onto the years, it's been like traveling the 7 seas, broadening my horizon with each new year. I remember the exciting and nervous feeling I had when I embarked at the gates of kindergarten, and how that feeling quickly left a week into the school year. I can still remember when I was introduced to my first crewmate, my 6th grade buddy, who not only played and did fun activities with me, but made me feel like a part of the school by spending time with me. I hope I've made that same impact on my little buddy, a new Voyager, as I felt all those years ago. As I sailed from the smallest sea, though just a little bit larger, primary teachers worked on basics and structure to give us a solid foundation. These thoughts were very important as they taught us to become more independent and organized while learning the ropes. And before we sailed to the bigger seas, we were challenged with SBAC testing to help us survive the rougher waters ahead, and boy was that an eye-opening experience. Our journey soon brought us to the upper grades, and guess what? The winds grew stronger, the waves became harder. Right away, we lost one of our recesses. Where primary teachers worked hard on our foundation, our upper grade teachers taught us to become more responsible, to work efficiently, and accept our failures gracefully and learn from them. To guide our own vessels. These are the years when we were introduced to Math Olympiad, Science Olympiad, Reading Olympics, and Discovery. We were provided with so many more opportunities to spark our interests and help us explore new challenges, so we each could take the wheel to follow our own sense of direction. I remember how exciting it was to win first place in the District Reading Olympics representing our school in 5th grade. This was the first time Wittmann was participating in this competition, and our team brought the trophy home. As I sat and thought about the most memorable experience from 6th grade, I was really stumped. There were just so many events to pick from. Then I thought that this moment right now will probably be my most special memory from 6th grade, because I truly am steering my own vessel. As you can see, during the years, we've sailed through many great adventures at Wittmann. And I know I speak for all the 6th graders when I say, it's not really the activities or fun things that we did that are most memorable. It's the people we met along our path that left a little something with us. We've had some of the most amazing teachers who not only taught and cared for us, but also made us better people. And for that, we will forever be grateful to them. We've made great friends who have made us laugh and cheered us up when we felt low. Reflecting on our Wittmann experience, we can all agree that we're lucky to attend such a great school. And now, here we are 7 years later. We've conquered the seas as we continue to sail our vessels into even more challenging waters. But I'm feeling the all over again, with many questions, but one question you won't catch me asking is, am I ready? This wonderful school and the teachers have prepared us for even windier skies and rougher seas as we continue our journey. Thank you, everyone. I know my classmates are as proud as I am to stand before you all today as a graduate of Helen Wittmann Elementary School, class of 2018. And now, let the adventure continue. Now, before I leave the stage, can everyone do me a favor and stand up? Now, can everyone take one step to the right? Now, can everyone take one step to the left? Please be seated. I'm closing that because my father said, if my speech moved everyone, I did well.
My first Wittmann word goes to a student who has the whole package. She's bright, hardworking, responsible, athletic, artistic, kind, compassionate. But the greatest thing about her is that she remains humble through it all. And so as she goes on, I hope that she continues to stay true to herself, lead by her quiet example, and continue to stand for what is right no matter what or who comes her way in the future. So it's my pleasure to present my first Wittmann word to Alyssa Aguilar. Goes to a student who is just a great kid all around. He's full of energy and can be silly, and sometimes I tell him rein it in a little bit, but it's part of his big personality. But he's also one of the most hardworking students, and he has a desire to grow and be better. He's also kind and compassionate, and he always is able to think deeply about like the world and the lessons he's learned. And Dad, by the way, he always mentions you when he mentions the lessons he's learned, so you're doing a great job. So my second Wittmann warrior goes to Sakif Satinder. And now we will have Mr. Chang's speaker, Ishani Vedula.
I came here in 3rd grade. I joined the school when I was 8 years old, and it was different per se from other schools. While here at Wittmann, a lot of people you didn't even know that well would cheer on you and support you, while other schools would exhibit behaviors considered the opposite. Maybe this statement is cheesy, but it's true. We here at Wittmann try to let people fit in, show their talents, and not force a life upon them that they don't want. We're diverse, and that doesn't have to mean in the obvious ways. It means that we're not the same. We're all pieces of a puzzle that don't always fit together. We always work and think differently, and the teachers include you no matter what. Our growth is only growth if we let it be growth. And I say growth. We all have. These years have been a teaching, learning experience for everyone. We've made mistakes, and while you hear this way too much, they help us learn and teach others not to make the same mistake. We most likely try to ignore the fact that the people around you, sitting next to you, and the people in the back of the room, and the teachers helped us grow up. And whether they were here from kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd, 4th, or even this year. When I sat there trying to make this speech, there's nothing I could say to encompass all these years that I've learned at this school. We've all had our ups and downs, our goods and bads. We learn, and maybe it takes a few tries, but we eventually do. And I've grown up with a generation who believe not to care about their actions and how they affect society. While this part can be true, the statement is also very, very false. We're all passionate about something, and we should continue to be passionate, no matter whether it be on computer, paper. We speak against things what we believe is wrong, and we speak for what we believe is right. We accept many things other than making people feel bad for their opinions and beliefs. And we back away when we know we disagree with the opinion, and we know that it's not something we should argue about. And if we're too shy to speak out, we also follow what others do. That's not enough. As my elementary years come to an end tomorrow, there's only one thing I'd like to say. To all the teachers, parents, and classmates we've grown up, thank you. Whether we dislike each other or are best friends, we've all learned something from one another. This is an experience that doesn't come back. As we head to middle school, there should be at least one thing you take away. From the candy cup I cane cup I made in 3rd grade to the Christmas ornaments I made this year. From the first time I made a mistake to the last I made here, I'll always remember the times I spent with those who I grew up with and learned from. See you soon again when we meet.
All right. My first Wittmann Warrior goes to a student that is new to our school this year, and the impact that he's made on my class and the grade level has been pretty impressive. The fact that he integrated very quickly and just naturally and got along with everybody and just kind of showed who he was and how great of a person and student he is. And this award goes to Stephen Cow. The second one is I kind of went back and forth with this student because I was kind of debating, and I had the kids kind of write who they thought should be Wittmann Warrior, and it kind of solidified this choice. I believe he's been here since kindergarten, and I was lucky enough to have his older brother, and he's a very bright kid. He obviously works hard, but the thing I like most about this student is that he goes to the beat of his own drum, and this award goes to Aiden Marcus. Honored to announce Mrs. Pilger's sticker, and that is Josiah Joseph.
Hey, that's my boy.
I would like to thank all the parents and supporting families here today that have been teaching and loving all of these wonderful my fellow schoolmates, because you guys are impacting the future in a way better way than most people are. So thank you. I still can't believe I'm standing here promoting to middle school. My years at Wittmann were the greatest years of my life. Coming to this school changed my whole life. When I first came to this school, I was a little nervous, but also very excited. I had the two most amazing teachers ever, Miss Krieger and Miss Pilger. They have brought me through tough times and happy times. Our teachers here at Wittmann taught us all to ask for help as much as we offer to help. And we offer a lot of help in our school because we are compassionate, respectful, and responsible. All of us have been through a lot. We have made bonds, the greatest of friendships, and one big team. My dad tells me to work very hard so I can have the choice to do what I want. My mom says the sky is my limit. What that means is that there are a lot of average people in the world, but a few people who have the nerve to keep going and never stop until they reach the top. But with us, we are not the average people. We can achieve the highest of the highest, further than anything we imagine. We just have to wish it, dream it, and live it. Because we have such encouraging people in our lives, as well as our friends, that makes us a better person. And our job is to do our best, make our team and others be their best. And that is what we learn now, and maybe someday we can do what those wonderful people are doing, which is teaching people to know there is no limit. I have a dream that one day everyone can understand that we never stop living until we stop dreaming and going forward. We all have that push. We all have those teachers. We all have that spirit, and we all have that dream. We can dream all we want, but we still have to work for it and keep going. We are making ourselves a better person by making others better people. We will lean on each other, we will love one another, and we will believe in one another. There is no sad ending. There is no ending. I remember when we were younger, jumping up and down and shouting, "It's the last day of school! It's the last day of school!" There is no last day of school. There might be a last day of 6th grade or elementary school, but we are always learning. We're leaving here as the class of 2018, a family of 2018, and leaving here with no ending, just our happy leaving, and the beginning of a new us, a better us, a happier us. This is what we learned through the wonderful years. I have been here, and we are all in here. Once a Wittmann warrior, always a Wittmann warrior. The sky is always closer. Goodbye, Wittmann. Thank you, and be happy.
Okay, so it was really tough to make a decision, so I enlisted the help of my students. And they all told me who they thought should deserve this award. And so from that, I took their input into consideration and picked 2. And so I'm going to share with you some of the things that their peers said about them. So for the first one, this is what they said. She would stick up for her friends anytime. She would also stick up for what she believes in without caring what other people think. She is respectful to everyone at our school, as she helps all of the students out whenever they're stuck in a pickle and never disrespects the schoolyard supervisors. She is kind because she cheers people up when they are feeling sad or if they are angry with something. She makes you feel really happy, like you just won the lottery. She does not assume, and she says thank you and please. She also respects people's beliefs. She is my friend because of this. Susie Waldorf. Okay, here's the other one. Get it together. Okay. He is responsible and kind to others. He is mature. He respects the schoolyard supervisors. That was a big thing. His peers and his teachers, and is never rude to any of them. He is like an umbrella. He protects his friends and takes the hits for them. You're not helping me. He still stays strong on his own opinions, but accepts other people's opinion at the same time. Although he is very competitive, in the end, he still has good sportsmanship. He is always a leader and makes good choices. He makes you feel more confident because he encourages you to do better. He is also a man of his word. If he says he will do something, he will do it. Bobby Castillo.